Hey guys, what's going on? This is Rapt, aka Godma. Unfortunately, as some of you may have noticed, they reset the beta ladder again with patch 15, so I was excited to boast my Platinum League placement before they reset that ladder, but it seems like these days I only have enough time to do my 5 placement matches, and not much more than that before they reset it once again, so before patch 15, they did place me in the Platinum League, which is not as impressive considering that they added a new Diamond League. But still, this means I'm going to have to play even more placement matches for you guys to determine what, what league I get in post-patch 15. As far as the specifics of the patch itself, it was really like a nerf patch if I was just to generalize that. One thing that stood out for me is the Nitro pack, so the movement speed upgrade for the Reapers was decreased significantly in cost. Other than that, units just got their upgrades and their damage tweaked a little bit. Just some various nerfs here and there, but this is, I think this was my 4th placement match before patch 15. I'm playing as the Red Terran, as you can see. I'm facing off against ApeGrinder as the Blue Protoss. The map is once again Scrap Station, so it is I'm going to be casting 2 Scrap Station maps in a row. Hopefully I'm able to come up with a similar result that I did against Biggie Mac in the previous game. Right now it looks like I'm trying to get a wall off going. It's just scouting out ApeGrinder's base. I'm going to see this Vespene Geyser and I'm going to see this gateway. Trying to patrol around ApeGrinder's base to get a feel for the land, if you will. Dropping down my first refinery a little bit later. Just getting that up when ApeGrinder's assimilator is completed. He or she is chrono boosting their first zealot right now, so they want to get this scouting SCV out of their base, and rightfully so. And I'm going to lose this guy as well if I don't pull him out in the near future. There is a cybernetics core, so I'm choosing to run from this zealot instead of just get out of the base altogether. I also have this SCV chained to this probe over here to make sure he's not doing any proximity pylons. Looks like I was able to throw down just a last bit of scouting. Hopefully the zealot does not kill my SCV anytime soon. I'm going to see that cybernetics core, however, and I'm just going to see that second pylon. Not that it matters too much. I get my marine out just in time, it looks like, and I'm just able to shell away at that probe to get that initial scouting kill. It looks like I am walling off my base, or at least walling off somewhat. There's a little bit of a choke here, but I'm getting a very early command center at 14 supply. Perhaps I'll be morphing that into an orbital command. I have seen some people, I think it was the little one for example, or TLO, he will actually wall off with an orbital command at his front door to like throw off opponents, or at least I saw this in one game that he did. I don't know if it's too conventional, but yeah, he placed an orbital command right about here, and instead of lifting it off right away to actually get his natural expansion, he just used the energy. He used the energy from the orbital command and the 1500 hit points to just block off his front door. I don't know if I'll be doing anything similar as of yet. Second refinery is going up. ApeGrinder is going to be operating off of 2 assimilators shortly, dropping another gateway back here. ApeGrinder actually has a pretty weak wall in, and I could probably get away with like a marauder push. And I'm going to scan ApeGrinder's base. I'm going to see these stalkers. At any rate, I'm going to see this cybernetics core, very early cybernetics core. I think, looking back at this game, my mistake was, yeah, I got a reactor on this barracks instead of a tech lab, and what I needed to get was a tech lab for marauders. Marauders are an exceptional counter to those very fragile stalkers. So definitely I do regret that. A little bit of a misplay in this placement match. Just coming now up on 6 game minutes. I say game minutes because the rate of time it would be true minutes if I ran the game mode in fast. Then the seconds would tick away at a regular pace, but because the game speed is on faster, the seconds actually tick a little bit quicker. So that's just what I am referring to when I say game minutes. So right now, with getting kind of a curious build, I also DPS my bunker here for some reason. Actually bringing that down 25 damage, so that was unwise. I should probably bring an SCV over there to repair it, but trying to operate off of this orbital command, actually getting a planetary fortress, so I didn't actually upgrade that in the first place. Planetary fortress is now up and running. I got this early engineering bay is also being used for +1 weapons and for missile turrets. Right now, though, my main concern is these stalkers and zealots cutting through this shortcut here. And I think because I have been so blissfully unaware of like rush attacks, I'm relying too much on this one bunker and my macro build. Also, I mean, on Scrap Station, because enemy forces don't have to cut through your natural expansion to get to your front line, or your front door rather, your front choke is very exposed, and especially in this situation, my planetary fortress is really out of position. Probably would have been better to make an orbital command at this location, but either way, ApeGrinder is now cutting through this shortcut once again, placing a proximity pylon over here as well, just as some insurance. And ApeGrinder is very committed to this 3-gate stalker push. And there's actually a scary amount of stalkers and zealots, and I think I'm just going to find myself overrun. I do have a second factory coming up, and I'm getting a tech lab on this, but yeah, and I have one marauder coming up, but I think that marauder is going to be too little too late. I need to raise up this supply depot. I probably am now just catching vision of this Protoss army, and let's see if I can react. This one Marine realizing he's got to turn around right quick before he gets particle disruptors in the face. But yeah, right now, I believe, yeah, I do have +1 weapons upgrades, but I mean, look how slow these Protoss units go down. My supply depot going down quicker than that Zealot did even. ApeGrinder very quickly DPSing down this bunker, revealing only my fragile Marines, and simply I just don't have any forces in play really. My Marauders came too late. Instead of fast teching to these factories, what I needed to do is just get more Marauders in the field. Marauders would have really just eaten through these stalkers. As yeah, once again they're a hard counter, but because my army composition was incorrect, and because I was a little bit too aggressive in my macro play, my front door is really exposed, and I think ApeGrinder is going to take this placement match away from me. But ApeGrinder displaying some decent Protoss play. That one Nexus there is capped, but regardless, ApeGrinder was able to win the day off of 1 base, 3 warp gate, and 1 robotic facility. And that observer was in play very early. As you can see, it's hovering around with the main army right here. I'm trying to, you know, keep myself in this game with this siege tank, even trying to repair that with some SCVs. But once that tank goes down, I realize so do my hopes of winning, and I call a good game. Thanks for viewing. I think this was my 4th of 5 placement matches before the patch 15 reset, and if you guys are interested in seeing some additional games, I'll be throwing some up later.